So as a person who don't have a child in the educational system and all this other stuff, and then like my nieces and nephews, they're grown now. They're not that much younger than me, but don't tell them that. But I noticed something because I know some kids that are preparing to graduate or what have you, and they're straight A kids. They're twins, and both of them were sick. And they tried not to miss as much, but they always kept their grades up to par. A and B students always made honor roll, whatever the case may be. And so eventually they started telling people that they're not going to be able to walk across the stage for graduation. It's like they can accept their cap and gown. Not, I'm sorry, not accept their cap and gown, but they can accept their diploma as far as being mailed to their home. But as far as putting on like a cap and gown and walking across the stage, they're not going to be able to do it due to the fact that they've missed too many days. So at first I was like, wait a minute. But I'm sitting up there looking, seeing their names in the newspaper, seeing their names all over where they've made honor roll. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't think that that's fair. Because now, mind you, I went to high school many, many moons ago. So I remember when we had classmates that had terminal illnesses and cancer, just things like that. And for some, it was a struggle, but they walked across the stage. So I'm thinking, like, I've heard some parents kind of talk about that and fuss about that, but I just really feel like that's not fair because with high school, kids live to walk across that stage. That's one of the main, like, mama, I made it moments, at least for, a young high school kid, For me, like I said, I walk across the stage, and then I went on and got degrees and walked across the stage, and I'm ready to go back and walk across the stage. But however, this isn't about me. But I just really didn't know that that was some type of new rule and that it wasn't fair. And then I know a young man that was he had been having a tiff with a guy for like a very long time. They never actually got into a physical altercation or anything like that. And it came the last few days of their senior year, and the guy hauled off and popped him, and so a fight broke out, and don't know who won, not really interested in that. But he was told, oh, no. We're not going to allow you to walk across the stage. But what we will do is mail your diploma. So he ended up getting it in the mail. And I'm like, I don't understand why this is becoming such a restriction. I mean, maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe I'm buried off into my work and the paperwork and all this other stuff, and I just haven't been paying attention because, mind you, like I said, the people that I know, nieces and nephews and things like that, they're done. They've been done with school forever ago. And then like their children are like elementary babies and stuff. So, I don't know. I just kind of feel like, why has this privilege being taken away? And so there was the conversations with the superintendent, and he's like, hey, I'll work on this. Just keep in contact, whatever. We'll try to work things out. But to me, there are some people that they're going to walk across the stage or try to walk across the stage, and that's it. Everyone is not going to be like us and go to college. So I don't know. It was just something that kind of didn't sit well with me, like how our school system is so jacked up. And see, I don't know if it's just our school and our district that's doing this crap, or is it like a nationwide thing or what have you. I really don't know. But I don't know. I was very disappointed to hear that because, I mean, like I said, when I was in high school 10 years ago, I mean, this was a no-no. Like, your people tried their best to get you across that stage, but you just had to provide the grades. It wasn't any type of restriction. It doesn't make a difference if you guys roll down the hallway days before graduation. It didn't matter. If you earned your diploma, you got it. It is what it is. It wasn't no sending nothing in the mail. And I feel like, why should these other kids be punished for being sick? It's not like they woke up and said, oh, God, make me sick, hit me hard. No. And then it was like, when they turned in doctor's excuses or what have you, what came back was, we don't believe these are real. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm not a parent because I don't play that, okay? It's like this for me. You can't dig into too much information because that's violation of HIPAA. You know, that's a good way for the school to be sued. But I would tell you what I would do. I would get a doctor's note. I would show them a doctor's bill that matched the same as that doctor's excuse. And my child or children, if I had more than one, would be walking across that stage. You know, it's just that if you think their excuses are fake, then why not call the parent in or parents in? Why not have that conversation? Pull all of them in. I'd like to have a meeting with such and such. I prefer if the mom and dad were there as well. And we're going to have a discussion. Because honest to goodness, their excuses weren't fake. They were sick in real time. You know, I don't understand how a person can have broken arms and broken legs and all kinds of things, and then their coaches is verifying that they're under the weather and they're in crutches and casts and all of that. Come on now. Who goes that far to fake it? Like, think about it. But I don't know. I've always felt like the school in our district has always, you know, tried their best to hold children back, and now I really see it, you know. I used to feel like with, you know, football, they would do that. You know, they didn't care if they made the grade. And then this is not now, but just back in my school day, you know, there were some football players I knew that were just smart. And then there was some that didn't give a dang because they felt like they had the looks and the clothes and all of this other stuff. They were passed along. And then they go to college and they're redshirted because their grades weren't really all of that, or they're not making the grade in college or whatever, because, you know, grades are supposed to play a major part besides your ability to play sports. And I've always just believed that football in that time, it really held those kids back because the real world hit them and they weren't ready. Or they would go to college thinking someone was going to pass them because they're cute or because they're the star quarterback, and it didn't happen. And so they're redshirted or whatever the case may be. And it was always like, and I noticed it was with, you know, our district. I can't speak for others. I've been hearing a lot about other schools, but I'm just kind of mainly talking about my school in particular. Because like I said, I don't really know if this is a national thing or this is just a district thing or whatever the case may be. I really don't know. But I think that that's very disappointing, you know, knowing that that privilege is being taken away. Because, I mean, think about it. The minute you get in kindergarten. And then here's another thing. They're trying to cut kindergarten. And I'm like, what in the world are they doing? I just really don't know. And they're trying to say it's due to budgets or whatever the case may be. No. That's just bullcrap to me. And I'm going to just be honest with you. Even when it comes down to materials and things for the classroom, I mean, it's not like it is back in the day. That stuff is not that expensive. So they're trying to come up with all these reasons, but a lot of things just don't really add up to me. And it was just something that was kind of sitting on my mind. And I was like, wow, like in a few months, like I have people that are supposed to be walking, and now we're in this battle of trying to get them across the stage because, you know, they're done with everything. They've got the credits, they've got the grades, and, you know, they're able to get out of school early. And then now to try to come back to walk is a problem. You know, like they actually have their credits, like they're done. Like they, you know how that is. You know how some kids graduate early and then they can go on to college or whatever the case may be. But still, it's still an issue due to the fact that when they get ready to come back and be in cap and gown with the classmates, they can't. And it's all based on their missed days, not based on grades or whatever. And you actually know that you know the family, you know these two individuals are sickly people. I don't know, but like I said, it's still a fight with the superintendents and all this other stuff, and so they definitely have my support. And I just wanted to find out if there are any other schools that's doing that to their students, or is it just the area I'm in? All right, talk to you guys later. Goodbye.